Good morning.
What is happening? Dude, men are disgusting. You know that? Men are I was in the airport the other day. I was changing planes in Charlotte. And of course, one terminal is on the complete opposite end as the other, as is normal when at least when I'm in Charlotte. They're never near each other. They're always in complete opposite sides. So anyway, so I happened to be walking behind a very attractive young lady, like beautiful. This girl, absolutely gorgeous, right? Not the point. The point is she was walking fast, so it's not like I can walk past her because I walk pretty fast myself. So I just happened to be behind this girl for so long, and I could see every man walking towards me, checking her out, every single one by one. It was like a game, and then I was staring at them, and then they would catch me catching them. I'm like, really? You know, like every single one. Like I would say 24 guys in a matter of like 5 minutes. Every single one. Couldn't take their eyes off her. I don't know if like that's disgusting or like maybe she was just that attractive. I don't know. But I got like I saw what it feels like to be a smoking hot girl. Like, you know what I mean? Which I've never felt that before, obviously.
This is where you do the move. I forget what they call it, where you look in the direction that they're going to be in, right? So they cross your line of sight. You're already looking, right?
Dude, it's so bad. I got to really see it firsthand what that's like. You know, I mean, every single one without fail. Older men, younger men, all different colors and shapes and sizes from all over the world. Doesn't matter. All the same reaction. It was crazy.
All right.
Men are gross.
It's true.
Is it gross or is it just science? I don't know. I was thinking about it afterwards. I was like, should I be disappointed in them or is that just the way life is? You know,
I've been in those situations. It's very uncomfortable. People shouldn't stare at other people. I think it's
pretty
terrible.
uncomfortable. It was kind of, I was feeling uncomfortable for her.
And certain cultures too, I've learned over time, stare. Like there are cultures where staring's chill.
And my 2-year-old does that. He just stares at people. It's like a group of kids or family, like just together. And he just stares at them. I'm like, stop staring at people.
Yeah, there's some starer cultures.
All right, listen, Dow's up 250 points. What do you say? What do you say?
All right.
This is great. So Christian knows exactly what I'm talking about. In Italy, we just look. No shame. I know you do. I know what you Italians do. I know.
All right.
All right, well, Spencer, what do we got? What do we got today?
What do we got today is a good question. Some more earnings trickling in. We got the ASML reporting this morning. That one is of interest to me, probably to Steve and a few of you in the chat as well. Some more banks coming in this morning. Morgan Stanley, Bank of America. We'll have Kenny Glick pop in. We'll have Mary pop in. I think it's been a while since we had Mary on the show. Maybe not. It's just the way it feels. Look, that's the plan.
Here, can I talk about what's important today?
Oh, I'd love to hear about what you think is important because I know for a fact what's important. So let me hear it.
Banks are coming out here saving the day in a way. These reports aren't good. They're excellent across the board.
What makes them so excellent for dumb people like me? What makes them so excellent?
Bank of America's investment banking business grew by like 60% this quarter. Like, so these banks have so many different levers that they could pull. I would call them growth drivers, right? That could just show up and save a quarter or win a quarter. They become really cool businesses in that way. It's the reason why I'm such a big fan of the big banks. They're nimble, right? They're in a bunch of different areas and they could press on an area that's working and ease up off an area that maybe isn't, right? And then they manage their earnings very well in that way. But usually it's JP Morgan coming out, reporting a banger quarter, and then the other 5 banks kind of looking at them like, man, I wish we were more like JP Morgan. Their reports are starting to look more and more like JPM's. BAC, Citi, Wells, really good stuff out here. And financials, JC, like we discussed, a couple days ago, needed to dig in. Like they needed this. So hooray for the banks.
Yeah, you know, I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you, Strazza. I got to tell you, because I know what I came in thinking what was most important, and now I got this guy trying to school me on what he thinks. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with anything you said, as much as I'd love to. No, you're spot on. You know how I feel about banks. You were right. You're right, very right. The regionals were very vulnerable, and just banks selling off in general, kind of leading a cyclical decline like that. That was definitely in the cards. They had to dig in. Homies too, by the way. Homies too, right in that same category, Strazza. The homies got stepped in when they had to. Also, I would say that's a similar kind of group, right? Would you agree?
Yeah. And what a candle yesterday.
Dude, what a stick in the homies yesterday. Can somebody bring that up, please? I don't have a handy, but man, what a stick in the homies.
Don't
Woo!
give up on the homies, man.
Holy shit, that's a stick, dude. Like, talk about like, I was talking about it like the day before. I'm like, hey, listen, if homies are gonna get a bid, this would be a logical place for that to happen because you have former resistance, former support, a lot of market memory at 100. So you got the psychological 100 shenanigans. And then also it's the anchored VWAP from the April lows, like bam, 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 so many things. So like, they're gonna buy them. This would be it. It's now or never. And then holy cow, did they? Woo.
And I mentioned when we had that conversation, I said, look at kind of like the picks and axes, right, in that ancillary housing place for confirmation. If the home builders dig in, and look, dude, Rocket, Zillow, look at Builder First Source. Look at the 6% and change yesterday in the BLDR. I mean, housing's digging in. Now let's see if they can score.
All right. Now let me tell you what's actually important. And then we'll get
we got to talk about small
slide
caps.
2 there. Throw up the slide
talk about the
2.
Russell.
This is come on. How can you not?
This better be what I think it is.
Give it to him again. Give it to him again.
All right. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
8-month highs for small caps on a relative basis. Steve Strazza, never seen it. Never seen it.
Yep. The micros mags ratio looks very similar to this. Basically, it doesn't have to be the end of the bull market. It could just be time to call some new or different plays. Small caps have arrived. I mean, you're looking at the price action in the Russell 2000 yesterday. This thing's printing a god candle, breaking out of a massive multi-year range. All this volatility is going on in the market. Large caps were not trending great, especially the growth trade yesterday. What wasn't the best session at all. Even the prior day wasn't that great either. Small caps like, we don't care. We're going higher. We're breaking out of this thing. And I think that's
God candle. And by the way, God or no God, that God candle don't mean nothing without follow through. And that son of a bitch is up 1.5% this morning. So you want to talk about follow through after your God candle? Holy shit. I mean, man, it's like, holidays on holidays, like Good Friday, Easter, Palm Sunday. Just keep them coming. You know what I mean? Just stack them up. Let's do a little state of the markets and get into some of the stuff that's moving.
What do you mean? NASDAQ Poppy says banks are so low beta. Bank of America's up 5% pre-market, dude. Come on. How's that for some beta?
Dude, beta rotates. Give it to him, Spencer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, small caps up 1.14% for the Russell 2000 futures this morning. Rarely do we start this conversation with the state of the markets with what the small caps are doing. This may be the first time ever. You got the Dow futures up 0.5%. That's 230 points, 46,730. You got S&Ps up 47 handles. That's 0.75% to the upside, 67.33. NASDAQ up almost a full percent, pushing back up towards that 25,000 once again. 30-year bond futures relatively muted, 118.5. You got crude oil futures up 0.2%, back to 59. You got copper flat at 502. Gold up another 1% today. That's $4,200 an ounce for gold. Not to what do they say, bury the lead there, but gold continues to rip higher. Silver back above 50, up another 1.5% today, 51.40 for the silver, with the VIX still pushing 20. VIX relatively muted, down a little bit this morning, 1950 for the VIX, but still, holy cow, is that elevated. And then over, of course, in funny money land, these things bouncing back pretty good yesterday. To see how they hold in today, not very good. Bitcoin 111,700, down 1,400 points today. You got Ethereum still above 4,000, down 1% on the day, 40.87 for Ethereum. You got Solana right now 203, actually up, showing relative strength on the day. compared to its peers. That brings a total crypto market cap. Mr. Spencer Israel down today, 3.76 trillion. 3.76 trillion after a nice reversal yesterday in crypto, kind of giving some of that back.
I mean, this is now day 3, right? Since we had that volatility on Friday, and they don't give you a chance. If you sell, you don't get a chance to get back in.
Let me tell you something. Small cap stocks, Russell 2000, small caps in general, doing a lot better than crypto these days. I'll tell you that much. That's interesting.
I haven't seen a crypto to small caps relative chart.
So, I mean, just look around. I mean, look at what small caps are doing, and then, I mean, I'm not looking at a crypto to small caps relative chart either, but, you know, I mean, just look around.
Oh, that could be interesting. I'll take your word for it.
So we talk about banks and biotechs a lot in the small cap conversations that we have, because they are definitely the 2 biggest drivers, in my opinion. Small cap industrials, small cap materials, a lot of these commodity stocks. Have you heard what's going on with the rare earths? Whether it's lithium or I don't even know what some of these companies do, like USAR and MP, right? But basically, we're trying to in-house all of this stuff that China's basically right now doing 90% of for the world. We're trying to in-house that in the United States. And that's going to be a major, major effort. And what it's basically doing, and the reason why some of these companies are going from $1 to $10, like almost overnight, it seems, is because they weren't viable businesses before. They couldn't compete with the companies that are doing this out in China. The only way they could compete is if the US government comes in and says, we're not buying from those companies anymore. We'll help you guys so that you could actually have sustainable, viable business models. And then you get a stock that goes from 1 to 10. So I think, JC, these commodity stocks, these small cap materials, they're all small caps, right? All of the best stocks right now, like every morning when you check like the pre-market movers, the UUUU, the USAR, right? All of these things, you know the names. They're what's driving the market. They're the leaders, and they're all small caps. So
throw up slide 3. I beg to differ, sir. I beg to differ, sir.
No, you don't.
I do, and I will.
Everything I said is a fact.
I will beg all day to differ. None of those things you mentioned are making new all-time highs, except for the industrials. None of those things you mentioned are making new all-time highs.
All of the stocks I just mentioned are making new all-time highs.
They all suck.
They're all making new highs. What are you talking about?
They're not making all-time highs. Small cap financials.
The stocks I named, the ones that are up like thousands %,
the stocks
they're making new highs.
Not the sectors.
Doesn't matter, dude. I'm telling you what's driving the Russell 2000.
It does matter, dude. Okay. Because small cap technology is essentially, I mean, it's tied for first with financials as the largest weighting in the Russell 2000. And it's making all-time highs and coming out of this monster base. Don't tell me that this isn't important. And it's all that other stuff. This one right here, bro.
This is what I do every day. This is what I do. I make money on these stocks, the ones that you're showing me. I'm well aware.
Why are you telling me that? Why are you talking about all these other ones and not this one? This is the one.
Because we talk about speculative growth every day. We know they've been here. This has been at the party. Totally.
So you're saying that's the same thing. Speculative growth, ARK, and stuff like that is the same thing as this.
Same trade. Small cap technology.
Well, on that, that's a nice little segue for the next one. Throw up the nice little segue there, Steve Strazza. Well done, sir.
No, because
first of all, throw up the next ARK there.
These stocks are usually working also in a bull market. Now, having like these commodity stocks, these small cap materials kick in so much attribution like they are right now, that's not normal. This is the abnormal thing that's going on right now is the way that they're running these commodity stocks. I think that's helping small caps.
All right, ready for this? Ready for this? The bigger the base, the higher in space. See? Right?
Yeah, it's really good. We wrote about this one.
Space?
And
Yeah.
Wrote about this one when it was coming out of the base. And I remember saying, like, damn, it's pretty extended, but it probably goes a lot higher. And look, 2 price targets later. Really nice. Look, it's been a great
different
trade.
Levels of the atmosphere.
I am so ready to take profits in all of these things. I got my finger on the trigger. These trades are so extended. These are absolute blow-off rallies. It's hard for me to think that we don't at least get some sort of correction into the end of the year. At least in the groups that have gone parabolic.
Highest short interest ever in ARK.
Yeah.
And then, so ARK has about 8 billion in assets, and then ARK exploration is about 400 million. So this one gets knocked around more aggressively, right? Somebody was asking about beta, complaining financials aren't beta enough, not enough beta. Well, hey, You're looking for beta. Here you go.
All right. Want me to give you the best ones? PL's
Please.
already been great. Taking off. We're taking profits on that. Same with Rocket Lab. And really same with ASTS. I think you could probably get more from ASTS. But all three of those, make sure you're paying yourself along the way. Those trades are mostly over. Then when you look down at like the satellite, the SATL or the lunar, those look more ready. Like stuff looks like it's ready to just pop off there right now. SATL is one of the single greatest coils I've seen in a long time. It's coiled over every time frame. Volatility has been on the mat for way too long. And this is a part of that group that's just zooming day in and day out. This is one of those stocks that's in that basket. So I think you could look at this coil like just straight sideways all year in the SATL and just lean long and absolutely crush a trade in this thing. That's what I'm planning to do.
I bought some open door yesterday.
Big. What?
I bought some open door yesterday.
Why? What do you do?
I wanted to jump the breakout. I love the short interest, man. Short interest is. I want to put on a real position on a breakout, but started.
What breakout? What breakout are you waiting for that hasn't already occurred? When you look
11.
at a chart like this,
11.
What is the breakout that you're looking for? I gotta know.
11. 10, 11.
What? 11.
Yeah, that's a former support. We talked about.
Oh, I see. The lows from 2020s.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Don't you think this one's been pretty good already for what it is? Yeah.
And short interest is now at all-time highs and increasing at a fastest rate of any stock in the market.
Drake's in though. If Drake's in, I'm with you.
No,
as long as Drake's in, I'm in.
No, Drake's not in, but we're working with his business manager to try to get it done.
No, if Drake's not in, I don't want it. If Drake's not in, I don't want it.
Throw up slide 2 there. Throw up slide 2. Oh, actually, throw up slide 2 first. So this is the longer term look. So this is the setup. So you're like, what breakout are you talking about? The breakout I'm talking about is getting back above there, right?
Yeah,
like there's history there,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
But then here in the short term, you got a nice little clean setup in the short term. There's slide 7. You got a nice little clean setup there, and it's a nice easy out, easy support on the way out. Shorts getting squeezed. Can you guys throw up the next one? Throw up that slide 7. That's really the short-term entry, to jump the bigger picture. No?
Probably keeps working. There's so much stuff working. You could be choosy. Like,
no, but you'll like this. You'll like this.
What?
You'll like this. See? Look how clean.
Yeah, no, you could trade this. Sure. Problem with this thing is if
it breaks out, if that's the support, if that was it, you're going to see 15. It's,
fine.
Big move.
Problem with this, you come to your desk one morning, it's down 50%, and you didn't have a chance to get out of your stop. That's the problem with stocks like this.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the options.
There you go. No, it's cool. Look, you should do wild things in this kind of environment.
Is this wild? Do you think this is wild to take advantage of an uptrend?
This is a
so
story
crazy
stock. It's a battleground stock.
Trending higher in a bull market. High short
interest.
Me. I don't know. Sounds like exactly what I should be doing, right?
Yeah, no, when you see something controversial, you fucking run to it. Like you cling to it. It's like a magnet. You're like, oh my God, the guy's talking about Tesla. He hates stocks. Like you just cling to the controversial stuff. You have to trade it. You can't help yourself. When I see something that's controversial and people feel very strongly on both sides, I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need to participate here. I'll go, bang the quantum stocks that are zooming.
Yeah, but not for nothing. I've been pretty good at it, huh?
You are, but you're a controversial man, and you embrace it, and I love that about you. But it's not for me. I'm a quiet guy.
I'm looking for vulnerabilities in the market. It's not about me being a controversial man. Trust me, I like to keep a low profile. I'm not trying to be controversial at all, but when I see vulnerabilities in the market, I want to expose those vulnerabilities for my own selfish gain. That's it.
I love it. I love that about you.
I bought some additional magazines on eBay last night.
Of course you did.
I was going back to the 60s, dude. I was buying some Newsweeks from the 60s. I'm getting these things for $7.
What'd you get?
I'll show you in recess. But yeah, I was at it again last night.
How much money do you think you've spent on these magazines?
Over the years? Over like 20 years?
Yeah.
Probably not a lot because they don't cost so much. $7, $10.
Oh, they're
some of the
cheap?
crypto magazines, they are a premium. You're paying 10x if it's crypto related on eBay.
Yeah, okay.
No, I swear to God.
There's wider bid asks on those.
I mean, it's just an elevated premium. I mean, you got to pay it. If it's crypto related magazine, even if it's like 3 years old, you're paying huge premiums. Trust me, I know, and I pay them. So
JC, are we in the clear here? Market bounced a little bit. You could argue we could have a good conversation about how good of a bounce was it.
Listen, this weekend I laid it out. We talked about it on Monday. It's very simple. If the Dow's above 45,000, this is a bull market, you're fine. Problems start below that. If the Russell 2000, I said it, I think on Monday, if you want to be short, you could be short all you want if the Russell 2000 is above last year's highs. If it's below last year's highs, you could be short this market. Knock yourself out.
Not just short, small.
But we're not below the last year's highs, right? If the discretionary staples ratio was below all those prior highs, that would be a problem for this market. Where that ratio is not below all those highs. So, when you go down the list, like there were some very well-defined areas that you could point to and be like, hey, if these happen, that's massive failed breakout, blah, blah, blah. Things start adding up. We're not seeing any of that. So, I'm buying stocks. I bought stocks yesterday. If I know myself, I'll probably buy some stocks today.
Oh, yeah.
I might buy some NFTs. As somebody who's been in the market for NFTs and has been frustrated that the train has left the station, when you get these pullbacks, do you accumulate?
Zach has the Jordans on Back magazine. That's crazy, dude. That's worth money, man.
That's
wow.
Cool.
No, I'm with you. I think you lean long. I was saying yesterday, whatever direction this thing breaks in, you probably just want to go with it. It was one of those days. And we also talked about yesterday a couple times on a couple of the different shows. Look out for the late day sellers. If they're going to come, they're going to come in the final half hour. There were 22 minutes left until the bell yesterday when you got the boom, 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 boom.
I was a late day buyer. I was buying it towards the end of the day.
Yeah, I was buying throughout the day.
I like to see it.
More at the end, but they are still here. The Bears are still here, and they're going to take another shot. So wait for it. You could have another big red candle before we get out.
This is the stick that the homies put in. Zoom in on there, Spencer. Show the folks at home. Look at that stick. So you got all that former resistance and support. This goes back years, and then you got the anchored VWAP from those lows. I mean, if they were going to step in, this is where it had to have been, and holy shit, did they?
And then if you want for a trade, right, let it coil out here, let it chop and digest, and then drop another VWAP from the pivot high, and you could use that for an entry. Or you could just go crazy town and buy it right fucking here. I don't care what you do. It's a bull market. I bought Rocket yesterday. Rocket calls. I already own.
Should you be less responsible in a bull market?
Yeah, but you got it. It's really tough, right? Because there are moments where you just want to press the gas and go crazy. And then when you get shots from the Bears, like we had last week and like we've been seeing, then you don't want to go crazy right now. So for me, I'm not jumping entries today. I'm more just chilling, plenty long. We'll do fine if the market, takes off from here. But right now I'm still in kind of wait and see what happens, let the dust settle mode. We got some, big spike in volatility. I think it might not be over yet. It's not going to be the end of the world probably, even if we do get another big red candle or two. But I'm very open-minded to that outcome in the coming days and weeks.
And I think the levels that we laid out on Monday, despite the fact that the Russell 2000 is above those levels, the Dow's above those levels, discretionaries, all those key metrics that were hey, this is what makes things worse. This is what keeps things healthy. That's still in place, right? Today is Wednesday morning, right? It's not oh, that's it, free and clear. Just buy everything and easy money. It doesn't work that way. I was buying yesterday. I'm likely to buy more today, but the market doesn't care what I'm doing, right? So just beware of those levels. Those are still in play.
How many Bitcoin miners do you own? And are you able to keep track of them at this point?
I own 2. And I'm deliberating whether I want 1 Bitcoin miner heating my pool or if I should go 2. Because they're quiet. They don't make any noise. So I'm thinking should I buy 2?
You should just buy Bitcoin miners and have them pay for that pool with the way these things are trending.
We're past that.
Too late.
We already did that. Yeah.
We've already zoomed.
Yeah.
I'm in 14 different Bitcoin miners.
14? You think it's enough? You think that's enough? 14?
I realized I wasn't in one that was just breaking out yesterday. Yesterday I said, okay, we'll make it 14 now. I thought 13 was a good number.
I'm in the Cypher. That's a good one.
Mhm. Dude, I'm still slowly getting out of those warrants. Been in them forever.
I love how you own Cypher warrants. You're such a
Own
warrant
warrants?
junkie. I don't know if the audience knows what a warrant junkie Strazza is.
I own warrants in a handful, at least 5 or 6 of the Bitcoin miners. This is a trade I was very, very early to. And despite how well we've done on just about anything we've touched this year, the Bitcoin miners by far been the best theme, the biggest money maker for my account, because it was just massive in them. And they actually have been the best stocks in the market, even better than Quantum, believe it or not.
Strazza, can we do an out of the money?
Is he really?
What? What?
Nothing. Just see in the chat.
Oh, can we get an out of the money warrant scan? Out of the money warrants scan of all liquid warrants, like with a dollar volume.
There's so many, and they're almost all out of the money. It's just how it goes. 5%.
Right, but I want to eliminate the ones that are not, right?
Pain in the neck, because if anybody has like great warrants data that come with the strike price and the expiration, like really clean and clear, so we don't have to Google it and go find those details, because that's really the problem with these universes. You got to Google it for each one and go find the details. We think we've done it before and we have it, but it's a huge pain in the ass. So Sam, if you're listening, that's all you, baby.
Haha, nice.
No, but what you do is, here's what you do. Here's how I come to own so many warrants in a bull market. If you're trading speculative growth stocks, or if you're investing in speculative growth stocks for the primary trend, I like leverage. I like a little juice, right? You know that. You're aware, okay, this is a speculative stock. Probably has warrants. Warrants were probably attached to something at some point, right? So you just look. You look right on your broker. And in fact, when you're typing the ticker in, as you're typing it in, the warrants will pop up just below the stock on pretty much any broker. Right? So then you could click in, you see that. So most of the times when I was establishing a primary trend position, I just established it with that warrants kicker right on day one. And a lot of them we sat in for many, many years. Same with the Archer warrants. Sat in them for many, many years, held them. But the nice thing about warrants is, man, you could have warrants that go out 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, these things live forever. They don't make leaps that long. So it's really cool. It's really cool. And they're really not complex instruments at all. Think of them as super long options.
The way I explain it, they're options that are issued by the company as opposed to by the exchange.
Yep.
So,
and
there's only one as opposed to a whole chain of them, or sometimes 2 or 3, whatever. But
depends how shitty of a company it is.
Depends how shitty the company is. Right? They just say the blue chip companies don't have to issue warrants, right?
No.
No.
And understand that too, that the companies that issue warrants are the ones that need to. So you're dealing in, this is a low quality universe.
The investment bankers go to their clients and they'll be like, hey, for X amount of dollars, you buy a unit. And that unit is 1 stock and 1 warrant, or 1 share of stock and 2 warrants, right? In some cases, but 1 unit is what you're buying. And it comes with all that stuff as a kicker for you to buy this piece of shit, smoothie company, Jamba Juice. Right, I remember them issuing their warrants. I remember me and Josh Brown. We were at it. We'll bring in Kenny Clegg. This is a good story. Me and Josh Brown. We're long Jamba Juice. We're long the warrants. We're long the common stock. Like, we're in, baby, and we're at the shareholders meeting. I think it was at the NASDAQ in Times Square. And the CEO of Jamba Juice comes out and he's like, "Things couldn't be better. Things couldn't be better." And then I'm like, well, I mean, I was like, things couldn't be better. Well, then we should sell the stock. Things couldn't be any better. Okay. And then he has the audacity to say, if you own this, if you own the stock to make money, sell it right now. We don't want you in it. This is a long-term play. If you're in, like, he said it like that. And so, all right. And then the stock never saw those highs ever again.
That guy should have been fired right then and there.
I'm pretty sure he was. Pretty sure he was. All right, Kenny, let's go. Pretty sure.
CEO's job is to, watch out for the stock price, ain't it?
Yes.
Thought so.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my club, they tug it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
Mr. Kenny Glick. How are you, sir?
Can't talk. Short stocks. What's up? Actually, I am shorting, so.
Shorting is short-lived, and you're gonna die.
Exactly. And yesterday was a classic example of that. So what's up, Goldman Sachs? What's up? Great start to earnings season, right? We shorted out of the gate. One of the best 14 minutes of your life, right? Well, it was actually 7 minutes, but it was a great 7 minutes. Right now, I'm short the stocks. Sorry, I'm actually a little distracted right now. Hang on, let me just cover something. USAR, all the materials.
You're shorting all of them?
Yeah, just like yesterday. Just, again, I don't know if it's going to last, but yesterday we shorted the metals, we shorted the nuclear, we shorted the rigatonis and all the quantums.
And folks, for those of you who are new to Kenny Glick, he is speaking specifically intraday, like during the day, looking for pullbacks. Kenny oftentimes is selling pullbacks and buying sell-offs, right, for mean reversion intraday, which is one of the things, me personally, selfishly, what I love about Kenny is just how different he is than we are, because I am very trend following in nature. I'm also longer term than Kenny.
Oh,
Kenny
I'm
is
different.
shorter term and mean reverting,
Yeah, I'm different.
Great.
And if you guys know about Omar's back. OMER, you know about this one? Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, check it out. They just signed the deal with Nova, and the stock was only 7. Oh, and I just covered some UUU sticking. I'm going to stay with the short on UUU. So, all right, I'm covering most of my stocks right here.
And why are you sticking with it?
Because it's breaking whole numbers. We're only 55 cents away from going negative. So listen, my friends, yesterday it was, I'm going to highlight it today. If you guys don't know, I do a show in the middle of the day. I'm going to highlight what we did yesterday. Yesterday it was like everything I've ever learned about trading, everything I've ever taught about trading, everything I've ever known about anything showed up yesterday. Every chart pattern, faux show, bro. We were fading. If you ain't fading, you ain't trading. We got
That's
the
right.
fade. And then we got the faux show, bro, on the banks, which Goldman Sachs turned out to be the payday that we've been waiting for. I told you I was waiting 3 months for this trade. There's not been a day where Goldman Sachs has not reverted. So big gap up on Goldman Sachs. You're looking to short it, like Bank of America. We're short a little Bank of America. We just covered it, but you want to play that reversion. So and again, another thing about Goldman Sachs is if Goldman Sachs didn't rally a little bit yesterday, that would have been an indictment on the entire market. For maybe we are looking for some more selling, but Goldman Sachs did find some buying, and it did break 750, and it did break VWAP, and we got 32 points out of it. And the Johnson & Johnson was amazing. The JP Morgan was phenomenal. Wells Fargo turned out to be the best trade of the day. Citibank was ridiculous.
That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Wells Fargo was the best trade of the day, said no one ever.
Said nobody ever. We made close to 3.5 points on a Wells Fargo trade, 2.5 on a Citibank. I mean, it was an extravaganza. And no joke, I did not get up from about 6:45 in the morning till about 5:15, where I had to pull myself out off the desk and go out and have some fun, at least with some band members.
Kenny, half the time when you're talking about, I mean, not the stocks you're talking about right now, but like when you talk about some of the high flyers of the day, and you always, put them in your email, I think you're just making shit up, because when you said this morning you're looking at this stock, this COOT, the COOT, that's not a real. That cannot be a real stock. Turns out it is a real stock.
Oh, you don't know about COOT? You should.
No, I didn't know about it until this morning.
Oh man,
I guess I should have seen it last night. Apparently, but it was lasting off after hours.
Right. So put on some music. Get some COOT. If you know the reference, just a good old boy. Never mean to no harm. If you don't know the reference,
what I also want to say is,
don't know the reference, we can't be friends.
No, I don't know that reference. Sorry. Kenny's going live at 11, but also Kenny and I are going to do a thing basically actually every Wednesday for the next few weeks. Kenny is going to go live. Today he'll go live with me at 3:30, and we're just going to break down the earnings trades, right, from yesterday, today, and then look ahead till tomorrow. We'll go until after the closing bell. Maybe we'll see some reports come in after that. But Wednesday afternoon is kind of like the big, the kind of like the middle of the the middle of the week, right? So it's kind of you get the Tuesday, the Wednesday morning reports. You can look forward to the Thursday reports. And earnings season is Kenny's time to shine. So today at 3:30, basically today, next week at 3:30, the week after at 3:30, the week after 3:30, every Wednesday for the rest of the month, basically at 3:30, Kenny will be live right here on the channel. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on stockmarkettv.com. It'll be on the front page there. It'll be on our Twitter accounts every week because this is Kenny season. It's not earnings season. It's Kenny season, right? So that's what I want to say.
Well, yeah, and think about throwing a Thursday in there, because Thursday is when the tech earnings start coming out. So, it'd be kind of cool. We could do like an earnings live session one of these Thursdays. There's a night where Amazon, Apple, and I think I forgot the other one. Big tech reports on a Thursday.
Yeah, they always report like Thursday afternoon, right?
Yeah.
But that's in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
right
now we got banks, airlines, and
right. But there's a heavy flow. Like we're in it now. We are in the earnings season. So there's a lot to discuss. So today at 3:30, be there if you want to see Kenny kind of review the earnings trades that he made, but also kind of look ahead to the earnings reports for tomorrow, and maybe we'll see some come in, and he'll kind of react real time and talk through how he would approach it. So that's today at 3:30. So Kenny's busy. I'll let you run. You got a lot to do. All right, I'll let you run.
Cool. And by the way, if anybody's in the V wave, we're only 60 cents away from all-time highs. V wave. It's the next KTOS. V wave. Cheap options are out there, my friends. Keep an eye on the V wave. No volume, but creeping up. See ya.
All right. Okay, let me see. What else was on my list here?
Look at Strazza with his bull market glasses.
When there's not enough green on my screen in bull markets, I just put these on.
Are those smart. Like St. Patrick's Day glasses? Like, what do you got going on there? Is that a Key West thing? That's definitely a Key West thing, right?
No, everything I wear, so you guys know, on this show was probably given to me at a conference or sent to me in a box in the mail.
Dude,
and these are
loves the swag.
Yeah, this came in a swag bag from Future Proof a few years back, probably.
Who's the
My
sponsor?
JP Morgan hat also came in a swag bag. The good people over at, what is it, Advisor Shares? So they're sending.
I'm going to be on their podcast next week.
Yeah, and they're going to come on the show. Did you reach out to Dave Spencer? He's coming on, right? So they redid the meme ETF.
Right.
That's really
back.
Dave is coming on the show next week.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a whole conversation about that because I think it's awesome. I think there's a place for that fund if it's done well and done correctly. And they went back, they shut it down, they kind of revamped and revised how they're going to do it. And the new strategy is really, really neat. So I won't spoil it. We'll talk to them about it. That's awesome that you're going on their show. So they sent some swag for that. And I said, guys, where's the swag for the China Mag 7 fund? They used to call it the Dragons, and then they came around to, it's the Mag 7. So they renamed it. I don't know where they got it from. The Mag 7 of China fund. And I'm like, that's the gear I want. So they're gonna make some. Because we need more China
Can I get
gear.
some of that too? I'd rock that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll tell them you want it too. Like they're making it for us.
Okay, nice. All right, good. All right. Well, listen, I gotta hop a little early, but I did want to show you guys a couple of things just to reiterate, why I'm looking for vulnerabilities. And media is one of those places. So I was doing a little shopping last night, a little late night shopping. Go to slide 3 and we'll just scroll down. So I thought this was a good one. I got this one for $8. Look at this one. So this is a hot news week from 1989. Japan invades Hollywood. Japan completely taken over.
Yeah.
And
the
then
Asian
go
invasion.
to the next slide to see what happened immediately after that. So that was October 1989. And then complete collapse in the Japanese stock market. You'll like this one.
Probably some great, dude, there's probably a number of excellent Japan-related covers, right, from the 80s.
You want to see a good one? Next?
Yeah. Because this was the biggest bubble going.
Dude. Wow. How about that? That's a good one. I got that one for $13.
That's cool, man.
New York Post, no panic in Tokyo. Perfect. They should have been panicking.
Post. Best paper of all time. Greatest
paper. All right, here's the good one.
Ever.
You'll like this one. I got this one for $16 last night. Ready? This was literally the bottom of the bond market. This was the top of interest rates. 10-year was above 14% when this sucker came out, and it was a complete collapse. An unprecedented decline in interest rates immediately after this one. I got this one for a steal. What a bargain. And this one, best purchase of last night. This one was the most expensive one. This one cost me like $50. Look at this
Wait,
one.
the interest rate one is from when? The early 90s?
That was
82.
1982, August 82.
So that was like the peak in interest rates in the modern era.
That was the peak in interest rates in the modern era. Correct.
Wow. Sick, dude. Nice.
That was a good one, right?
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Okay, ready? This is the best one. This one's expensive. This is like $50. Dude, this is Sports Illustrated 1960, right at the top of the bowling bubble. Right at the top. I mean, this was literally, I mean, you're getting bowling on the cover of Sports Illustrated here. Big boom in family bowling. You had Brunswick stock up 1,500%. Complete collapse in the bowling industry after this. Had to get it. Had to pay up for this one.
I've said this before. I love that you have this hobby. In fact, I might take it up too. But what I love more is that like most people who have this hobby will buy things that we would all agree are historically significant from big events, right? Pearl Harbor newspaper covers, the Challenger, 9/11. You're buying interest rate covers from 1982 and Sports Illustrated bowling covers from 1960. These are the most niche things in the world, and I love it.
Dude, nobody, because you're getting them cheap because nobody else gives a damn.
Nobody cares about
Nobody
this stuff.
cares. Nobody cares.
I was saving every issue of the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post in boxes in my grandmother's garage for about 10 years. And I had the coolest shit. Stuff going back to 9/11 even. I was saving them for so long. And whatever happened. They're all gone now. And it breaks my heart. So I'm done collecting.
I'm the same way,
I'm
dude.
over it. They belonged in a library. I kept such good care of them. Oh well.
Dude, I had like a 17-year collection of Sports Illustrated. Gone.
Yeah.
Don't even know where it went.
Yeah, it
It's
sucks,
gone.
man.
Yeah.
New
It
York
is what
Post. What a paper.
That was a good one, right?
Too.
I was like, bring out Mary. I want to hear what she has to say.
All right.
All right, Mary,
Hey.
what's up?
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
What's up, Mary?
Just doing a little late night shopping last night,
Very nice. Very nice. Do we have the names, Spencer?
The names?
The names here at the bottom?
Yeah.
You know how, can you put those up? Wait, because this, of course, now gives it away.
Oh, Mary CMT.
Oh, wait, I didn't even notice.
I was going to see if you guys noticed anything different
oh,
about
I
me
didn't
today,
even
but there
notice.
are no names. So now it
No,
kind
there
of
are
feels
names.
I'm not seeing
Mary,
names at the bottom.
I could not be happier for you. For those who don't know, guys, Mary went behind our backs and started studying for the CMT. Didn't even tell us. We found out after you passed level 1, you told us.
Yes, after past level 1, I told you I had
In New
been
York.
studying and did a little thing. Yeah.
So happy for you, Mary.
Thank you.
Listen, I mean, this is impressive. Like, Mary is like full-time job, 1 million kids, and a CMT. Like, that honestly, as a father, that's like super impressive to do. Like when parents, when fathers or mothers write books and they have kids, I'm like, that is very impressive, like Mary, good for you. So the kids these days, 23, 24 years old with all the, I don't have time to study. Don't have time to study. Go call Mary. She'll tell you.
Precisely. Right. So, I just got the final notice, was finally approved by the association, got the little certificate badge. And so now it's official. I can now put the CMT after my name. And so
Good
I wanted
for
to
you.
come
What
on the
number
show
are
today
you?
and see. What was it? 30. Stash calls them my Powerball ticket numbers. What is it? 3498 maybe.
3498. So there's almost
that's a problem because
3,500
98.
CMTs.
Yeah, there's not 98. I can't use that as a Powerball number. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Evidently, I'm not supposed to gamble, but so I think it was 3498.
Wow.
Enough gambling in the market.
So we're in 2025. I finished mine in 08 and I'm numbered like 970 or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know my exact number. I got it here somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. So, yep, I wanted
Good for
to.
you,
Yeah,
Mary.
thank
Good
you.
for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
really happy for you. Seriously,
Well,
congrats.
I mean, I owe it all to you guys. I mean, yes, there was a lot of studying,
Yeah.
but you guys put me on the path. It was you guys, you and Steve and the rest of the team making markets easy to understand, especially for someone like me that doesn't come from any kind of financial business background. I did a complete 180 of my life. This is completely out of my wheelhouse. You made it interesting, you made it fun and easy to follow along, and just showing up and reading the content, watching the conference calls. The show is fantastic. All of the shows that we do. Just one thing led to another, and it gave me enough confidence to continue studying, wanting to learn more, and then taking the test to see if I could do them.
Well, the advice I'll give to you that I give everybody else is now is when the journey actually begins, right? Because, what the CMT is great is that it gives you the body of knowledge. So not like you understand all these different things, and then now it's, you want to apply it. And obviously you've been applying it for years. It's not anything new for you. Although you say you're new, you have been doing this for years already. So, you already have some experience and everything like that. But that's great. And for everybody listening out there, I mean, the CMT Association, I owe so much to. They have been so welcoming to me for so many years all over the world. Strazza has visited many CMT chapters around the world, around North America, as have I. So, just we want to, pay it forward, Mary. Now you're one of us. So, you're out in Michigan, get the CMTs together in Michigan, right? Or Chicago, whatever, or both.
Plan to, yeah, that would be fun.
CMT is such a special community. So that's awesome. I just want to say big congratulations. I'm so happy for you. So proud of you. You are one of the true all-star employees that we've had at this company for a long time now. And we're just super appreciative to have you on board and have you as a part of the team. You're a superstar. Good for you, Mary.
Mary,
thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, Mary, you brought some charts. Can we see it?
I did. Yes. Right. So, you guys were talking last couple of days, we had that huge volatility on Friday. And so for me, I actually started really in the last week or two, I've started lightening positions just because so many things were extended. I had things hitting Fibonacci extensions. They were kind of like targets. And so I started lightening up positions, taking half off, paying myself, because in the past, I've always gotten kind of sucked into thinking, oh, it's just going to keep going higher. It's just going to keep going higher. And then we get the correction and then I would lose all this money. So I wanted to make sure I didn't do that this time. So I've been paying myself. Also, I'm headed on a vacation next week and I was all in. And so always
better to lighten up before you leave.
Precisely.
Never
right?
a bad idea.
Well, and I'm going to be out in the Grand Canyon, so service is going to be spotty at best, and I'm not going to be able to get my alerts, if I need to sell something. So paying myself and taking the payday, had a great payday since April. And yeah, so taking some risk off. But with that said, there's still a lot of spicy stuff going on in the market. Small caps, guys were talking about it earlier, that level in IWM, I think, is really important. And so last week it was breaking down, and now this week we're still, right there. So I brought along a couple of where I've been fishing lately in the biotech space, because if small caps are going to run, biotechs stand a really good chance of running away. So the first one I brought along is Trevi.
Can we bring it up, please? Slide 20.
This is from our freshly squeezed list. And so this is, I don't have the details in front of me here, but stocks with high short interest. But what I love about this one, as you know, is of course a big old base. So if we can get a weekly close above 10, so I'm going to be seeing where this is at on Friday. We're not there yet. Or, I'm looking for a powerful move with volume or momentum through that area. We may, chop around that 10 level. We may even have a little bit of pullback, and who knows, this could turn into a cup and handle. Who knows? But above 10, I like this one long. Again, if small caps are moving, I expect this one to participate as well. In that same vein, here's another spicy one, Kodiak. And this one I actually did get involved with. I'm totally going against what I was just saying, because we had a breakout. I missed it. And now we've had a pullback retracement to that key polarity zone. And I got in just because we've got a huge volume pocket there. You can see kind of that big red candle down. That's from let's say around 11 all the way up to about 48. Not a lot of price memory there. So if this starts to move to the positive side, it's going to move quickly. And you can kind of see when it did break out, it had a huge candle on that 1 week, and now it's corrected, retraced. I got in, and now let's see if it's go time. And I think, again, that level in IWM is going to be really important to pay attention to for these kinds of biotech stocks. The guys, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say I like that you're looking for the weekly close, right? You're not getting bogged down in like interday or even the daily stuff. No, you want to see confirmation on the weekly. So
I do. That's my time frame. Just because to JC's point, I've got the full-time job, I've got the hundreds of kids, and I just don't have. I mean, there will be full days where the market will close, and I won't even know if we've been right.
Mary, I'm the exact same way. There are many days that I'm like, oh, I should go buy that or sell that today, and then it's 3:45, and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even log into my account.
Exactly. Yeah, and then you miss the move, and like I did the first time around with Kodiak here, and so that's why I was excited to get a chance to buy this one again. So I like that one, and then I brought along. The guys were talking about the crypto miners, so I brought along a ratio chart actually, and Louis put me onto this a couple of months ago. Throw up the WGMI relative to BTC. It's a ratio chart, and this is basically just giving you an idea of who is outperforming at any given moment. Is it the miners, or is it better just to be long Bitcoin? And so since the summer, you can see we've been straight vertical with miners and the outperformance in miners versus Bitcoin. So when we started to recapture that level down there at the bottom, I started adding to my crypto or to my Bitcoin miner positions. We've had a lot of huge winners, like I'm thinking IREN right off the top of my head. And there are some laggards in the space, and we could go down the whole rabbit hole of what each of these miners do. And Luis has done some phenomenal work on kind of where these companies have invested, how much they're investing in like AI and the other stuff versus just solely Bitcoin mining. So if you want that information, shoot us an email. We'd be happy to send you some of the posts that he's done on and the work that he's done on that. But some of the laggards have been some of my core long-term positions because I was buying these in 2023, thinking,
but you're so in the money on these that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm very much in the money, but they've been disappointing because they've not done anything. Right. And I think that we're starting to see, some rotation out of those big winners that have the AI exposure into kind of the old traditional ones. So I brought along Riot and Mara. Riot is looking the best of the two. We reclaimed the VWAP anchored from the highs, and we're also kind of past that former area of resistance, which is roughly around 20. So I think if we're above 20 in Riot, you've got the chance to ride that all the way back up to all-time highs. Obviously, we'll hit resistance there, but from there, who knows? Same thing. Oh, and I also, if Steve was here, he would like this. I put the Bollinger Band width at the bottom, just because we talk about volatility. He loves volatility for breakout multiplier. When we've got compression in volatility, which you can see for years, we've been very, very low with Bollinger Band width. It's just really gone nowhere for years. When we've got really low volatility, we expect expansion. Now, that could be to the upside, which is what I'm hoping for. It can also be to the downside. We don't know which way it's going, but typically we like to err in the underlying trend, and underlying trend would suggest hopefully higher.
If you want to know what's so funny, Steve just messaged. He goes, "That's hot."
Oh, hey, thanks, Steve. I know he's what? Oh no, it's the market's not even open. He's not even placing trades.
No.
Miss you, buddy. All right, so let's throw out the Mara because Riot has already started to move. Mara, on the other hand, is just finally starting to go. Again, same setup. You've got the VWAP anchored from the highs. Use that as your out if you want to jump this. I, of course, was adding to the position as we were crossing that VWAP because that has been problematic at times. And so added a little bit more. I'm looking to ride this to at least 30, which is where we've got that former resistance zone. If we can break through that with some momentum, some volume, you name it, then I think we start to make the path up back towards highs. And again, Bollinger Band width, very tight, very narrow for the last number of years. And from volatility compression comes expansion. So those were the two areas that I wanted to really highlight, just again, kind of from the bull market risk on perspective. What I have noticed, and I wish the guys were here to talk about it, is a lot of utility stocks have been hitting this just very simple scan that I do. I brought one along with me today, and that is Constellation Energy. This has been such a beast. I mean, it's just a solid uptrend. I got involved in this one also recently when we crossed past 350. But utilities, you don't typically have the conversation of utilities when you're talking about biotechs and crypto and risk on, right? So that kind of has my attention. There's a lot of really cool setups setting up in the commodity space. Our guys, Jason and Sam and Gold Rush, are doing phenomenal work. There's some spicy stuff there that just got added to Rangefinder. So I've got all kinds of alerts set. I don't know if I'm going to get them next week while I'm on vacation, but there's just so much going on. It's been a really fun market to play. And part of me is a little bit nervous about leaving next week because I feel like I'm going to miss the big move. Or maybe we're just going to digest here, and certainly well deserved after the move that we made from April.
Conditional orders are your friends, I guess. And I can attest to the fact that, yes, you will not have good internet service when you go to the Grand Canyon. So I don't know what to tell you, honestly, other than the fact that you're making me bullish the crypto miners, which I didn't think was possible. So nice job.
And it's been Louis. And granted, I mean, I sit in on the meetings and I listen to everything that you guys have to say day after day after day. But there was a comment that he made just 2 weeks ago about like this is the last opportunity, in his opinion. This is the last opportunity before we make that final push higher. And all of a sudden, I was feeling FOMO, and I shouldn't be feeling FOMO because I wouldn't say irresponsibly long crypto and the miners and the whole space in general, but I mean, it's up there. And
I like the subject. The subject of his email this morning was oops, failed breakdowns. That's all we got, right? It's failed breakdowns everywhere in crypto. They don't give you a chance to get back in, right?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. And I mean, for Bitcoin, it's 105. That's Louis' line in the sand. That's also roughly where that VWAP is anchored from the lows. Yeah. So it's all systems go if all those things continue to hold. And that stick in the homies, I know the guys were talking about yesterday. It's been a fun market.
All right, we got a busy day here on the channel. I mentioned Kenny will be live at 11. He's live Monday through Thursday at 11. Jeff Mackey will be live at 1. Jeff, there's always news in consumer land. If you want to know where the cracks are, they usually start with the consumer. Jeff talks about it every single week, Wednesday at 1 o'clock, so he'll be live there. Kenny is going live with me, as I mentioned, at 3:30. We'll go probably until a little after the close, maybe 4:10, 4:15. Riley doing his weekly Godspeed show. If you're looking for bull market stocks for the long term, things you should buy and probably not look at for a while, Riley is your guy. That'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern time today. All of that right here on the channel, YouTube, our site, stockmarkettv.com, and of course on Twitter. Everything streams there. That's what we got. So thank you, everyone. It is 9:30. Look at that. Markets are open. There's the bell. Go make some money and YOLO responsibly. All right. Have a good one. Thanks, Mary.
Bye, guys. Yeah, my pleasure.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off.